Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Will from TheWillOfGaming here, and hello! Now, it's been a long time since I've done a news video, and this is literally just going to be my thoughts and opinions based on all the news that has been posted out. There's been a lot of news surrounding Nintendo in the last, I guess, week and a half, and I feel the need that I have to express my opinions on it. I don't know why. Normally I'd stay quiet because a lot of these are just rumors and you have to take them with a grain of salt, but it's just exciting at the thought process of all these things. So without that further ado, let's get started with the video. Alright, so starting in the rumor, of course I feel like I need to talk about this first because this is the only thing confirmed that we got from Nintendo. The day prior to Nintendo's Pokemon Direct, logos talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, and then the next day it was confirmed. Now, is it a next gen or is it a current gen that they're adding on more Pokemon to the original gen? If it's a new generation, it means that it's the shortest, that Generation 6 is the shortest generation of all time. They have yet to even announce the new Pokemon Zygarde in perfect form and all that stuff. Who knows, maybe that will transfer somewhere in Pokemon Sun and Moon. We don't know. I have yet to see the movie with Zygarde. I don't even know if that's out yet, but still it's just it's crazy. Then Volcanon and Magearna, whatever, the new Pokemon, they literally are together somehow, like they have some sort of connection, which makes me think this is more of a 6.5 thing than a generation 7. And since this is technically gonna probably be the last Nintendo 3DS major game, because I have a feeling that Nintendo is going to reveal a new handheld console, whether that be the NX or whether that be something, we don't know. But I just feel like, it's kind of like it's giving me a Black and White 2 kind of vibe, where they give you 2 games and then, you kind of have something to go there. But they did give us Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as the second game, which was the remake. And even though that they've done this before in the past, with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, those weren't for 3DS, and I don't know. It's a long story. Regardless of it being a 6th gen or 6.5 gen or 7th gen Pokemon, there was one thing in the trailer that really interests me, and it was when they said they were showing all the generations as they were going in the years that they came out and all this other stuff. And then on the final thing they said, and in 2016 it all comes together. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that all the regions are going to be in one game? I highly doubt it. Why are they showing pictures of the Pokemon Center from behind? Like, what is the point of that? Like, I don't know. So I've been watching a lot of theory videos, a lot of people that are better at making videos than I am, where they're showing like the back and they're showing the side, like they're like pausing the stuff, and it makes me speculate, and I'm just like, I'm very excited about Pokemon. Like, Pokemon is one of my most beloved franchises of Nintendo. To be honest, I love Nintendo for everything that they've ever created. And they just make games that I don't find fun, like sports games. I don't even find them fun, but it's fun. So even on their worst game, it's still fun in a sort of way. I know that's not true for everybody, but for me it is. And so yeah. So Pokemon Sun and Moon is confirmed to come out holiday of 2016. I am so excited about this. I cannot wait to hear more about this game, which I'm pretty sure that the next time we're going to see it is probably in E3. We're going to get the confirmation. I feel like this E3 for Nintendo is going to be huge, with a possible new console coming out this year. We're not sure if it's a home console, if it's a handheld, if it's a hybrid of the two. People just speculate. So I'm just pretending that I don't know nothing about it and just assuming that it's I'm just gonna make my own assumptions and not go based on what everybody else is rumored to be saying. But yeah, but moving on, we're gonna continue with the 3DS theme and also NX. There was a rumor. So basically there's a guy, his name is Super Metal Dave 64. He posted up a video, and I remember I randomly looked this video up before I even got a chance to know what was going on. Normally every day I check, because I like to look at rumors. I like to listen to rumors. I like to hear people's ideas and things like that, even though that is pretty much setting my expectations really, really high for low. I'm trying to learn better from that, but that's just me. So when I saw this video, there was this guy, and he's basically said that he was a NeoGAF user, and he posted up details regarding the NX and Nintendo's lineup of 2016 for the 3DS, and he had a source from Nintendo who he wasn't allowed to reveal and everything else. So here's what the creepy thing is. He basically says this is what his information is. So he's been spot on. He's been proven as legit now. Not proven, but he's been considered legit by a lot of people because of the announcement of Pokemon Sun and Moon. And that in one of the pictures it shows Niji, which was the code name for it. And it was in one of like the photos, like, you know, and like where you name the picture JPEG or whatever, that was in there. And Nintendo has since deleted that. So there's that. So I think Nintendo is really trying to fix it. And ever since he posted up this video, he was doing interviews with other people and things like that. And then all of a sudden, he deleted the videos that were talking about this information. And Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, like, which pretty much confirms, well, not confirms, but it pretty much shows what it is. So let's look at the actual information, just in case if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. According to a source, this is what the source said. He says Zelda Wii U will also be available on the new NX system. NX will be Zelda NX is to be released on holiday 2016, either the same day as Zelda Wii U or shortly after during the Nintendo NX holiday 2016 launch window. Nintendo NX launch games for 2016 besides Zelda NX and marketing focus remain hidden for now. So Nintendo's, if this is true, Nintendo's not even sharing any information with anybody about their NX consoles to their own employees. That's how much of a secret this thing is, and that's crazy. So this is the part where I think is the most this was kind of messed up, that they released the actual like marketing budget and stuff, because now the competition knows if this is true. And based on how everything is panning out, this is not really good for Nintendo, because now their competition knows how much money is in budget. So the Wii U's marketing budget is 34.5 million marketing budget for 2016, and Zelda Wii U has 10 million, with the possibility of funding being switched to Zelda NX version depending on the launch timing of 2016. And the 3DS is 56.25 million marketing budget for 2016 in total. So here's the 3DS release list of 2016 funded by Nintendo only. So in the spring, early summer, we got Mario and Sonic Rio 2016. Nintendo selects Wave 1, which that has been confirmed, and Mario Sonic Rio 2016 has been confirmed. There's also Hyrule Warriors Legends, which we already know. Disney Art Academy was actually recently announced, so then that's true. So this is kind of showcasing that he's right. Bravely Second has already been confirmed. So then there's Codename Caviar F. Now I don't know what it is, but it says it's for all ages, smaller budget game. There's Metroid Prime Federation Force, which, you know, it's kind of weird because they haven't mentioned it yet. So we're going to read more into it, and we're going to look at the other stuff. So here's the summer releases. We have Codename Torte City, a big budget unannounced game for all gamers, core, and all ages. No idea what that could be, but it's a big budget unannounced game, and it's coming out this summer. So that means that a direct may be coming soon announcing this new game. There's Dragon Quest VII, which we already knew. Codename Cadillac, all ages, smaller budget game, late summer. So Cadillac, I'm not sure what that is. And then there's Fall Holiday. 3DS hardware will get a price cut. Not surprising. If a new console's on the way, let's say it's a new handheld, a new system, regardless, if this is a hybrid system and if it's working like everybody's saying it's going to work, then a 3DS hardware price cut makes sense. Usually during the holiday season, it's best to do a price cut if you want your system to sell. Nintendo really doesn't have pretty much doesn't have any competition when it comes to handheld hardware in the gaming department. Like, I mean, I know you can say cell phones and you can debate tablets and things like that, which therefore then it's not in the same comparison. But I just mean like in the actual video market, like Vita, Vita was its only competition, and then that kind of went out the window. But Nintendo is going through the whole mobile market this year, so now it may actually have a fair shot at everything. Then there was the codename N-Stars, a big budget game for all ages. A lot of people are speculating that N-Stars is an amiibo based game, so it's like you can like a Mario Party amiibo where you can use whatever amiibos that you purchase and that you can use that as a character in the game and they do certain things. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how you're going to make an amiibo game fun because you can't move it around. Like, I could totally have understood if they made a way that you can make chests or something like that with amiibos or something and put it in the screen. But I don't know how you can technically make that fun. Like, I just feel like that's more of a board game perspective or something, but that's just me. I mean, I could be wrong. There's Nintendo Selects Wave 2. So there's going to be more games that are going to be cheap. And then there's codename DMW 2, which is possibly Disney Magical World 2. I'm pretty sure not a lot of people care about it, but that was its code name for the first one, so it was DMW. Then there's Dragon Quest 8, which is pretty cool as well. I love Dragon Quest 8, the original, but once again, this was confirmed. And with Square Enix also pretty much almost leaking that that Dragon Quest 11, I believe it is coming to the NX. And so and that was just a leak, and a lot of people kind of lost their minds on that one. So yeah. And then last one he posts up is Pokemon 20th anniversary game, in quotations, Niji, which is now confirmed to be as Sun and Moon. So this is interesting. That's like very interesting that they did that. So according to this article that I'm reading on NintendoEverything.com, it says that based on the Pokemon rumor, like I was stating earlier, that it says the announcement actually had the names Niji A and Niji B. And for what it's worth, Trevelyan, whatever his name is, 99999 source, was verified by NeoGAF moderating team. So proving that this stuff is technically true. So the most interesting thing that I got was the Pokemon and the fact that Zelda is going to be on NX. That excites me. But I want to believe it, but it's like I feel like it seems like the team doesn't know what the NX is. Nobody in Nintendo knows except for the people who are developing it and the people that they gave the dev kits to. Those are the only people that I think that know about this console, because nobody is knowing about it. And like Nintendo has been so tightly sealed on this. We know that there's a console, we know that they're making it, and it is 2016 and they have yet to announce it. And it's like, I'm scared because I really want this to be like really good. But this leads me to the next rumor, which is like new information that came out yesterday. So awesome news. This is actually coming from the source dualpixels.com, and I'm pretty sure you heard this rumor already because of course this video is a heck of a lot, like it's really late. So I'm going to read this article for what it says. It says the source Geno that told you Nintendo would release a Pokemon game that utilized the full 3D engine turned out to be Pokemon X and Y. Told you there would be a new type of Pokemon in the new said Pokemon game, Fairy type. Older Pokemon would get new abilities and forms, Mewtwo. Told you the PS4 would be capable of producing modern day graphics on a DX level, like Unreal Engine 4 and Frostbite 2. Unreal 4 demoed during the PS4 release. Told you Microsoft would introduce an Omni projection unit that would let game environments be projected in a near 360 fashion around the user's Illumiroom. And many more way before they were announced is back to tell Dual Pixels readership information you crave before it's announced. So this guy is legit. He has some sort of information about old things that he's been able to release this type of information to the public. And supposedly he's said a lot of things. And I remember him revealing Pokemon X and Y, and people didn't believe him. And I remember that it was like a big thing, and it turned out to be true. So here's what is said. I don't have many details on the device itself, but I do have some background for it and some PR techniques they will use for it. A thing to note about this device is that much of its production was started in 2014, and many of the stuff I list here was outlined by the late Satoru Iwata before his passing. Hence, in the company, the NX is considered the last project of their late president. Employees since his passings utter a phrase at the meetings and during idea brainstorms, which is, I cannot because it's in Japanese, but it roughly translates for Iwata. So for Iwata, like they're like, for Iwata. So this is Iwata's, the NX was pretty much what Iwata left. It's kind of like a requiem kind of for like video game consoles and stuff. So this could be a good thing and this could be a bad thing, because the Wii was a good thing, but it was like something that people had and they bought, but they didn't really play it like that. And then the Wii U was something that nobody bought, but a lot more people played. I mean, like the people who do buy it, they play it. I know I played my Wii U. I didn't play it as much as I like played my PlayStation 4, but I did play the Wii U a lot. Whenever a game came out that I really wanted to play, I would be on it like crazy. So, some of the only few hardware info that I know is that allegedly, and he uses the word allegedly in this, and it says that it has a wireless HDMI dongle that attaches flush to the back of the device. A user can pull it out and insert it into a display with a normal size HDMI output, and the device uses an evolved version of the Wii U streaming tech to display in HD to the TV screen. So I'm a little confused with what this is. I mean, I get it. It's like a dongle. So think of it as like a Google Chrome, where you can just like plug it into any TV that you want, and then you can stream from your phone and put it into the TV. So think of it as something like that. Now, my problem with this aspect is that there's some times where, and even though I get beautiful, crisp images with my Google Chrome and I can transfer it to the TV and I can see stuff, there are days where if my internet is not working really well, it looks very fuzzy. So I'm a little confused with this because it's just saying that it's a wireless HDMI device. Well, that means that it's not going to get that if I have bad internet, or let's just say it's not going to work. Now, unless if the streaming device is something completely different that I'm completely not getting, this could be a fantastic thing. This could be really high tech, and this could be like the future of everything. Therefore, following Nintendo's line of always introducing something new to the table, which is really good. Then there's allegedly the analog controls for movement has a small motor in them for full haptic feedback. Now, basically, well, here's it says, meaning if you control a character and hit a wall, the sticks move away from the direction of that wall to simulate running headfirst into it. This can also be used for jerking when firing a gun, taking damage, or moving over rough terrain, etc. So basically, haptic feedback apparently is this new technology where you can actually feel stuff. Like it's weird. It's like, okay, let's say that your character picks up a rock on the floor and it's like kind of like touching the rock. So if you're touching the rock, you'll feel the smoothness of the rock. You know, it's weird. It's strange. And this seems kind of far-fetched. It's amazing, but I don't know. Or like, let's say that your character is touching grass, you'll feel grass on your fingers. Or if you're playing like a Nintendogs or something, you will feel the fur of the dog when you're petting it. And it's weird because I don't understand how that works, but it just says that analog controls, and it's only analog controls, and it has motors. So I don't know if it just means that it vibrates when you hit the wall and the controller does, and I'm just like, that's kind of weird. So I was like, I'm trying to picture this in my head, what they're trying to talk about here. And even though a lot of people can probably explain it better than I can, I'm just thinking that the sticks just move on their own or something like that. I don't know, and I don't know how I feel about it. So it's something that, if this is true, I want to know what it is. And then number 3 is that it can literally Bluetooth sync with everything, especially smartphone and tablets, to a point where one feature is that it can answer phone calls, display text messages from your phone onto the screens itself, so you don't have to stop and answer your smart device. So this is kind of cool. You can basically connect your phone via Bluetooth or your tablet or whatever and connect it to your phone. And let's say while you're playing on your Nintendo, you get a phone call. You can literally just say answer that, or just click answer that or whatever when it pops up on the screen, and you'd be like hello, and you can be talking on your headphones, which could possibly mean that this new Nintendo may have voice chat, where you can voice chat with people, and that this may come with a microphone of some sort or whatever. Now, I know I'm probably reading too into it, but it's like, if this is what I think it is, you can literally just put the phone and you can talk on your phone on your TV, and that's pretty cool. Like, that's really cool. Now, this makes me wonder what you can do. Like, could you play apps on your TV? Like, let's say Pokemon Go, you can just shift that to your TV, or Miitomo, or whatever it's pronounced, and you can put that on the TV, and you can play that too. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I don't know how it would work, but it would be pretty cool. And then it says in number 4, the closest terms of quote power it gets is to the Xbox One, but an app idea, and this is where I'm really confused, is Wii U times 50 and a PlayStation Vita times 100. The key is that all the tech is exactly the same hardware layout as the PS4, which totally contradicts the Xbox and Xbox One, which then combined it with the key. Well, oh god, I'm sorry, I lost my place. Which then combined it with the OS's strong emulation functions, and compiler means that any game that can run on the PS4 or Xbox One can easily run on the NX with near zero modification to the original source code, especially if it runs in Android OS or Unreal Engine 4. This is allegedly why Nintendo hasn't given out the dev kits, has given out the dev kits so late. As one third-party dev put it, it's the easiest device we've ever developed for. You just take your code, compile it, and it works. So that's pretty cool. So basically what they're saying here in number 4 is that its power is close to the Xbox One. So people could be like, boo, that means it's going to run 900p. And there have already been rumors about it being 900p. And then this is just kind of confirming that a little bit, even though it's still a rumor. And then so we have this, it's like a power of an Xbox, but it has an app in it somehow. Like, they're saying something about an app idea that is a Wii U times 50 and a PlayStation Vita times 100. I'm really confused with that. And then it says that the tech is the same as PS4 and Xbox One. So it means that it's not more powerful than the PS4 like people were assuming it was. And that in itself is kind of disappointing, because I wanted it to be a little bit more, but because we don't know how long this generation is. By the time Nintendo releases this console, PlayStation and Xbox are going to release a new console. It'll be bad for Xbox, because Xbox doesn't have a lot of exclusives enough as it is. And, PlayStation 4 feels like it just came out, even though it didn't. And then so it's like, it'll just be bad. So I know Nintendo probably has a good 3, maybe 4 years of this NX console to actually, build up hype from it. So there's that. And apparently it's easy to develop for, like very easy to develop for. So it can run Android OS or Unreal 4 engine, which is pretty cool. I like that. So they just say you just take your code, compile it, and it works. It's done. So that's cool. Number 5, look to Pokemon Go to get the idea of what type of social features that will be in NX that will take multiplayer, AR, and the Street Pass concept to a whole new level. So Pokemon Go is a mobile game, right? So we have that, and then it says it will take multiplayer, AR, and Street Pass concept to a whole new level. So Street Pass, we know, is this Street Pass is basically this thing that if you have your 3DS on Street Pass and it's on in sleep mode, you can walk past people and you can get gifts or things like that based on the game. So this makes me think that this is a handheld version of it. Now, if we're talking about a handheld that got a power of an Xbox One and a Wii U that can stream your smart device on Bluetooth, this is a pretty impressive handheld if this is what it is. And the fact that you can display it to the screen in HD, that's pretty interesting. I don't know if this is the hybrid theory. I don't know if this is like the handheld device itself. It's definitely different, it's definitely new, and it's definitely exciting. And the last thing that they said is the real strength of the device is its usability and ease of use. Developers have described to me more than once that it visually and functionally looks as if Samsung and a Nintendo 2DS had a baby. Really? Like, I'm just thinking, like, when I see a 2DS, I just think of a cut, like wrong cut of a piece of bread, sliced bread, and it was cut wrong. And that's what I see. Now, when I'm thinking Samsung, I'm just thinking like a big display screen, good battery life, a pen. So I'm like mixing this up and I'm thinking, okay, so this thing may be as... I never really used a 2DS. I never even really seen one in person. So I don't know how big or how small it is. But I'm assuming that the control is probably going to be slightly bigger, but smaller than the Wii U gamepad. And there's going to be obviously 2 thumbsticks, 2 analog sticks on it. And I'm just thinking that the screen is going to be like an AMOLED screen. And it's probably going to have 2 screens. We don't know. It could be like a DS thing. I don't know. Had a baby. Okay, so this one, it says, in that it looks friendly. Oh, okay. All right. So they said, okay, like the 2DS looks friendly to people. It looks friendly, unlike what most people visualize a Nintendo device to typically look. The operating system is named Nintendo S, or OS. Nintendo OS alone is a very powerful, and so many modern features of mobile operating systems today that Nintendo is trying to be very careful in showing it off for fear that it would be mistaken as running Android. So Nintendo, I guess right now it looks like Android, and they're trying to change the setting of the way it looks. So like, they don't want it to look like Android. They don't really want it to feel like Android. They don't want it to just be a copycat of Android. Like, oh, okay, so that's probably why they don't want to show it. And it says it also has very strong networking functions as it ties into multiple devices and services, allowing a very competent and pervasive ecosystem designed to constantly evolve the consumer's lives. So this is interesting. So it has a strong networking functions, which is, it could be the My Nintendo account, your cell phone, the fact that it's going to be connected. If everything is connected wirelessly and stuff, this is cool. This is so beneficial to me. And then there were a lot of people that said that your PS4 could work on it. There was like rumors that say your PS4 could work on it, your Xbox One could work on it. And I'm like, how? So I'm thinking like, how? And I'm thinking, could it be this HDMI output that they're giving us? Like this HDMI dongle that comes with this, and that you can use pretty much everything to stream everything that's HDMI. And if that's the case, I'm like, ooh, that is nice. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is exciting. If any of this is real, if like one of these things is real, I'd be happy. But like, I don't know. This guy has been right before about Pokemon X and Y, about the forms. He said himself that he doesn't know. He just says that this is what allegedly it is. And it's a few hardware info that he knows that is, so he used the word allegedly, which doesn't mean which could mean that none of this could be true. It's just supposedly what he's heard. So therefore, it's like a rumor going into another rumor, and that a guy who has been right in the past, who was given information, is now sharing this information with us. And, and that in itself is very exciting. I'm personally excited for the NX. My personal opinion on it is that I don't know what they would name this thing. I was thinking, could they name it like Nintendo Iwata? But then I just can't picture anybody going into the store and say, yo, you got that Iwata? You know, I can't. So I just don't think a Japanese name would work that way, unless if they do something different, like they could call it Iwata in Japan, kind of like how the Famicom is called Famicom in other countries, but we got Nintendo. So I don't know. It could be something like that. They could call it Iwata there, and they could call it like Nintendo Fusion if it is a hybrid console, or they could call it like they could call it Nintendo Revolution, what originally the Wii was going to be called. Because if this is it, this is definitely revolutionary, and they could call it any kind of thing. So at this point, I'm very excited for what Nintendo has in store for everybody, and I can't wait. And I hope you guys can't wait. And well, we're gonna have to wait regardless. I really feel like they're not gonna say nothing about the NX at all until E3. I feel like E3 is literally the sweet spot where they're going to say everything about the NX. They're going to say everything about just pretty much everything. So, you know, good luck guys with waiting, because I'm like constantly looking at rumors and stuff. I really want Zelda NX to happen, as that would give me a huge reason to want to get an NX. And I really hope that they announce other games that they're really not showing. I really hope that's not a disappointing launch where it's just going to be like they're going to have like 3 games or something like that, and then that's it. And I'm like, really? You know, I can't have that. They're probably gonna, because if you look at it from this perspective. If Nintendo NX were to release around holiday season, like we assume it is, like Nintendo says it's coming out this year. We don't know when, but it says it's coming out this year. So if this is a home console, which I believe it's been confirmed as a home console, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's just say that this console is a home console. By the time holiday hits, there are a lot of games like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 2 that could come out around the holiday. We always know that Call of Duty to come out at that time. Final Fantasy 15 is coming out this year, and it already is a multi-platform exclusive. So there we go. We got that. You know, we got I know that Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is, I don't know, that's not coming out on Xbox, which is weird, but since Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out on Xbox. So if this is a home console, and Kingdom Hearts 3 we know is coming to PS4, we know is coming to Xbox One, which means that most likely it will come to PS4. We have Dragon Quest 11 that's coming out on NX as well. And there could just be like a bunch of like definitive editions of games that already came out this year to come out on NX. And that in itself is amazing. Now, if this has haptic feedback where you can feel things and then they kind of incorporate that into the new game somehow, that would be interesting within itself. I can totally just see Nintendo, because like look at how like this haptic feedback thing can totally work. This is just me like rambling on, so I apologize. But think about it. Let's say that haptic feedback is a thing and it works the way I'm thinking it's working, where like you can literally feel grass. Is that the reason why the grass in Zelda just pops the way we see it? Let's just say that it legitimately is on the NX. These are all hypotheticals. So you are literally touching grass, you feel Epona moving, and you feel like the grass shards hitting your fingers or whatever. Like, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Or when you get into a sword fight, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like how this would work. And then, you know, the fact that you have this USB, this HDMI dongle that you can take with you, that I kind of don't like, because I'm scared I'm gonna lose it. But for real, like you could plug this on your TV. And let's say, because I'm a person that I like to play on my big TV, but I have a smaller TV, like a 24-inch in my room, in this office room, and I just put it on the TV, and I do that. And sometimes I don't want to just stay here. I just want to play the game and just, you know, be like, I want to just move to the living room and just, you know, whatever. That's fantastic within itself. And if this is like an evolutionary thing from the Wii U, that is fantastic. Now, in terms of sales, I don't know how well this is going to do. NX is coming out in a really great time of video games where third-party exclusives are going to be a thing. Like Assassin's Creed is not coming out this year and things like that. So it's like a lot of preparation can happen in this time. I don't know what companies have a Nintendo dev kit. Besides Square Enix, we know they have one. And I think EA had one, or EA claims that they didn't get one or something. So I don't know. So basically Nintendo NX, supposedly, if this article is true, it says that it's very easy. It's very easy to transfer. You just basically you just take your code, compile it, and it works. So that means that people can get like a dev kit in the last minute, test this theory to see if it works, and there you go. Nintendo NX is an actual console. So I don't know. How much would something like this cost? That's another thing that I worry about. Nintendo's price cannot be higher than the competition's. It has to be in the competition's pricing. But having haptic feedback, because originally haptic feedback was supposed to be a Wii U feature and it never happened. So I have a feeling that they may take that out and that may not be a thing. Bluetooth has always been a part of the Wii U's line, so that this could literally actually happen. In terms of power, Xbox One, putting Xbox One, that definitely would make the console cheaper. So that's a good thing. And then we have social features and things like that. What I really want Nintendo is I want an achievement system from Nintendo. If I could get that, literally, I don't care what the graphics look like. That is enough to just persuade me to get the console. And I know that that's kind of like stupid reason, but I love it. I love like, honestly, I would literally drop PlayStation right now if Nintendo had achievements. That is it. I would get all my third-party support on Nintendo if Nintendo does get third-party support, and there's that. But anyways, this video has gone on way too long. It is me rambling on and on and on. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys did, please give it a like. If you guys didn't like it, I guess dislike it. And if you guys are interested in more videos, be sure to check out my channel. You can subscribe to me for any time that I post up anything new. And let me know what you guys think about the NX. Like, what are your predictions? What are your thoughts? What are anything? And I mean, I'm curious. And if you guys have Nintendo videos of your own, or of your own predictions and stuff, be sure to leave a comment, with your link to the channel or the video, and stating that there's a video there and what the video is about, because I'm really curious to just see other people's opinions on it, just to see where I stand in the spectrum. Now, I'm just being safe and just saying that take this all with a grain of salt. All right. And with that, I bid you all good day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.